4, 3, 2, 1.
And it's game time, baby. Connex5 here. First cast of the day from the BYOC and Quakecon. This is actually going to be an online game. Everyone else is watching the Quake Live finals, so all by my lonesome, here we are. A couple of my teammates, XDBS and Kusky, they're alongside 9 on the red team. Blue team, you can see it, it's Bob. Balls on the mouse pad is going to be Danny, a.k.a. Pulse from the UK. Notice that ping up there. Don't think that'll be too big of a factor in this game. And of course, the last guy's going to be Fail Sauce up there. Maybe familiar with some of these guys from the Capture the Flag Pugs. Many of the same players. Looks like that amp got taken. Looks like they split power-ups there. Amp didn't really do anything. You can see that armor, though, on XDBS could come into play. It's going to allow him to be a little bit more aggressive. And Campgrounds being a map, especially 4-on-4, but you know, even so 3-on-3, there are so few weapons that weapon spawn control becomes probably the most important factor, especially with things like the amp and mid being so vulnerable. And remember, in 2004, you don't drop the amp whenever you get killed. It's just gone forever. So if you run in and steal amp and get killed, it doesn't do anybody any good. It just kind of disappears. So really a vulnerable position. I think this 100 armor spawn up top is the most important defensive power-up, obviously, but is a much more defensible position. So it looks like Zelos is going to be happy just kind of camping up there, just holding that 100 armor, and then venturing out to try to get some kills whenever he can. Maybe pick up some adrenaline pills. 20 seconds left right before this amp. Certainly he would love, especially since he's already a little bit stacked up on armor, going to fill up the health bar with some vials. He wouldn't mind picking up this amp and trying to go on a run. This is a relatively small map, so if you can get an amp in your hands, like a minigun or something, many of your opponents are going to be spawning with spawning right in front of you with very low health. They actually steal it from him, take him out with that amp. Let's see if this amp run turns into anything. His Fail Sauce is down to 20 health. As a lightning gun, oh, juggles a grenade. Juggles his teammate's grenade. Team kill on the amp run. That'll come down, or that'll put that one down in a hurry. 15 seconds on 100 armor. I'm going to switch over to that and see what we can find out here. Well, not much to see. Kusky's pretty much playing solitaire up there all by himself. There we go. Stolen away by XDBS. He does have a lot of health, though. Looks like he's the only one in his team that's really very stacked, so maybe they're trying to get him going on a run here. Right now we have pretty much a tie game, 9-8. 10-8 now. This is such a small map, though. Things can turn around in a hurry. If one team gets hyper-aggressive, starts getting some spawn kills, a lot of times early on teams will kind of fill each other out, try to play more for the power-ups, a little less for kills. And then as things get a little bit more out of sync and chaotic, that's when you really see the kill counts go way up. Right now, it looks like you can pretty much tell what XDBS is doing. He's going to be assigned that 100 armor spawn, probably venture out of that area in between spawns from time to time, try to control other power-ups. Right now, he's going to have to choose. The amp and 100 armor are spawning at the same time. So everybody's going to have to choose, which side they want to, I guess, defend or attack, or, depending on their position, which one they want to go after. And they're both about to spawn. 100 will be first. Let me go ahead and take a look at that. Looks like that red team, they've been controlling it pretty much the whole game. Blue has been kind of conceding it. Maybe figuring that they could take an amp and do some damage with it. We're going to watch Fail Sauce took the last amp, took that one, and died immediately again. It's kind of what I said right now. 100 armor is going to be a much more defensible position. You've seen the blue team barely even really making a play on it, kind of just conceding it. Of course, you have the 50 armor that spawns twice as often across the map, so it's not as though you can't win by getting all the 50s if the enemy team gets all the 100. It's not a huge disadvantage. But they've also been making a lot more aggressive plays on the amp. However, they've been losing them instantly because it's such a vulnerable position. And of course, like we said, since you don't drop the amp after dying, if you jump in there and catch it, it really doesn't do any good if you die immediately. Your teammate's not going to pick it up. Of course, the other team's not going to pick it up either. You pretty much just erase it from existence. Kusky here getting a little bit of a stack going. I'm not sure what weapons he has. That does play a huge factor on this map. Given the close quarters of it, and Kusky being Kusky, he would love to have a flat cannon. That's why he's sitting around it right now. Looks like he has no weapon. So no teammate coming up here to give him an assault rifle, and he's going to go all the way down. So an example, heard a booster. Who's boosting? Looks like it's going to be Fail Sauce boosting. Looks like Kusky grabbed that amp, though. He's going to go after him with that booster. Maybe not the wisest move. Might want to stack up a little bit. Let that booster do its work. Because if you die with booster left over, you don't exactly get it. It just disappears. He's going to try to charge the red team. Looks like nobody really has any guns in the map right now. See him throwing a weapon to his teammate. Huge key. I mean, it's important at every TDM map, but anytime you're playing on a small map with very few weapons like this, even bigger role. And you know, you can run around even with 2 assault rifles. It's better than having 1. And you can throw your teammate a link gun or a minigun. All of a sudden, you're doubling the damage output of your team. And you see Blue going on a quick run right here. All of a sudden, they're 6 frags ahead. That's the last 30 seconds, so really were huge. Fail sauce boosting, though. I'm not sure if anyone else has used their adrenaline, but that just kind of increases. Oh, a rampage by Fail sauce now. He's using that booster to great effect. He has been getting virtually every amp. Kusky finally stolen away right there. Take a look at the scoreboard real quick. You see the nets. TDM, of course, being a team game type, the nets don't tell the whole story. Sometimes one player might be assigned to a really tough defensive, or you know, a tough position where they're constantly trying to defend something, you know, 2-on-1, 3-on-1. So net isn't the only thing you should look at. Generally, it's an indicator of sort of who the team has decided to feed power-ups. In this case right now, it's going to be Fail Sauce for Blue. Looks like it's probably going to be XTBS for Red, although he doesn't have the highest net. I heard somebody pop a booster. Looks like it's going to be Kusky with that amp. However, he's really low in health, so he's going to have to be a little bit defensive with this for a second. Stand back and maybe try to get some lightning gun pot shots off on people. You can see the health of the blue team, so if he hits anyone with an LG, he's going to kill him right now. Can't find anyone. Oh, stomps his teammate, does a little bit of team damage. Still 25 seconds to 100 armor, so really no power-ups are going to matter for a minute. Wow, mid-air flat primary by Kusky. Told you he likes the flat cannon. 20 seconds to this 100 armor. Red team's still completely controlling. They're committing 2 people to every single 100 armor, so it's really just pushing the blue team and kind of zoning them out. Sounded like I heard a booster pop. Yeah, that's going to be Fail Sauce. Or excuse me, Danny popping a booster now. So he's going to be extremely high on health. I think he was already a little bit stacked when he popped it. He's going to wait for that to finish activating and put him all the way up to max health and armor and see if he can't continue this run that Blue's had. More or less been even after that big run that Fail Sauce made. Now maybe he can start one himself, get an amp or 2 while he's boosted up, and increase this lead. Oh, right now shots coming down onto the red team, not quite connecting. Amp is up. He's going to get it while almost fully boosted. Instant shot on 9. Nice shot. However, he gets knocked right down the left. He's in a very vulnerable position right now. Pops an Amp's headshot. He's going all the way down, though. 25 health, 18 health. His health just disappeared instantly. You get that amp in the middle of the map, you can get shot from multiple angles and just disappear in a hurry. Nice shot on 9 again. So, you know, making a pretty good use of this amp. Blue only up by 6, though, so. Another amped LG, this time on Kusky. I think he might have actually hit some splash damage there. He's down to 43 health, though, so any flak ball, anything that hits him is going to take him down. See him throwing a weapon. Again, any smart team is going to be sharing weapons liberally on this map. Still have 30 seconds on 100 armor, just about 40 on amp, so in theory, he seems to get to both. Ooh, 1 down to 1 health, takes out 9, then finally goes down. So sharing weapons, everybody kind of getting set up here before they engage. Oh, he sneaks around the corner, has the jump, can't find him. 9 just lucking out there, going to get some damage. He may still go down here to Danny, he does. Danny picks up that amp. Doesn't have much health and really a whole lot of weapons to work with, but we'll see if he can make anything happen with it. He already popped a booster, so he's not going to have a whole lot. Does get an amped rocket on Kusky. Still trying to dislodge red team from that 100 armor perch. Next CBS was on a spree as well. That gets ended, so. Ooh, drops right. Oh, he kills himself. Couldn't wait, couldn't hold back. Had to pop that rocket in the guy's back. Ends up killing himself in the process. Gets another kill right off the spawn, though. So, Blue pulling away a little bit. However, they have been popping boosters to build this lead. So I'm curious to see what Red decides to do, because I don't think I've really heard them popping, using their adrenaline yet. So they still have a chance to come back by using those essentially like power-ups to make runs. Let's go watch XTBS here now, who is just on a killing spree. Should be pretty good. Just got that 100 armor. Should be pretty good on adrenaline. I don't know if he's popped a booster yet. I would be surprised if he doesn't soon. Maybe waiting for this next amp, which is in about 30 seconds. He's going to be in good position. Underneath, he's got 100 armor. His teammate gets to 50. He's got All these weapons getting scooped up through mid. They've got a good run going here, where they're popping back and forth and just denying those weapons. So now any blue team members that spawn, they have absolutely nothing to nothing to shoot with. However, Zelos goes down hard right there. 10 seconds to the amp. I don't know if he's going to get there in time. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Oh, gets picked up by 9. He's there in time, but he doesn't really have. He's not very stacked. So let's see what he can do though. Blue pulling within 3, or excuse me, Red pulling within 3 of Blue now. Still haven't seen Red really popping their boosters though. I don't know if they're waiting to synchronize them all together. That does happen. I'd be curious to see what they decide to do here as we see Amp Link versus regular Link. Amp Link may lose out here as he takes some crater damage. Danny runs away, but 9 has to retreat himself. And Blue is finally taking over this 100 area. Just about a minute left on it though, so they're just going to fight over it for the sake of positioning. And right now, Blue really making a concerted effort, throwing multiple people down there. Kusky going to run right back up there. He's going to catch flak to his face though, as Failsauce has a good amount of health, enough to certainly contest it. Still not up for another 35 seconds as the power-up itself isn't really particularly relevant for the time being. Failsauce here running through flak area. Pulling ahead is blue team again from red. I still don't think I've seen a big booster by anyone besides Kusky's early one. So red may be waiting to synchronize them and really take over the map. They're still doing a good job of holding down that 100 armor area. However, the frags just aren't counting. I think what the problem is they're still conceding a lot of these amps, like another one right there as it spawns. Neither player knows it's there. I guess they didn't have the timing on it. Danny able to get it, and he's really been going on runs with these amps. I think that's been making a huge difference here. As blue team now pulling within 10. Here's the booster. Another amp booster run for Danny. This could be this could really break the game wide open if he can do something with this. More rockets coming down. Blue team has effectively taken over this 100 armor. It really didn't do red all that much good though, so kind of curious to see how it turns out. Because certainly red ended up with a deficit after holding it down. I think sometimes you overcommit, you put too many people in one spot, and it doesn't end up doing you as much good playing super defensive. So right now blue's going to push out a little bit. They've got 25 seconds left on this amp, 50 seconds on the 100. Don't know if red has timing on the 100. But they're definitely not. They're definitely overcommitting to that spot again. Now you see 9 with the booster. So finally, red getting some of their boosters used. Only down by 11 with 7 minutes left. It's plenty of time. Cuz going to grab this amp. Let's go follow him and see what he does with it. Looks like he's good on weapons. Going to take it right back up. 100 armor spawns in 25 seconds, so he can essentially try to hold off the blue team until it spawns. However, honestly, down by 11 now, I really think they want to take these amp runs and be aggressive with them. Oh, turns around, almost catches a flak to the back. Tries to return the favor. 100's up in 10 seconds, so I think he knows it. He's going to go up top and see if he can knock him off of it. Misses with the primary, pulls out the assault rifle, and down goes Danny. So they don't get the 100 armor there, but they do reestablish control there. Both power-ups are going to be spawning virtually simultaneously on the next one. So we're seeing more of the red team. I'm curious what Zelos has been doing now, because he was sitting right on top of that 100 armor. Now he's pushing out a little further. Oh, he's going to be taken down right on top of the shock rifle. 15 frag lead now for blue. Red team needs to make something happen here. They might think about just conceding that 100, maybe trying to circle back around as it spawns, but rather than holding the area defensively, they need to push forward and try to get some spawn camping runs going on blue right now, because 15 frags is again can happen very quickly on this map, but time is winding down. We're down to the final just about quarter of this match, and blue's still up by 15 points. Amp goes to XDBS. He's going to get one kill there. Now he needs to find a spawner. He's waiting for that shock rifle. It finally spawns. Nope, he gets an LG. Going to trade with the teammate. He wants to run around. He wants to just start playing Instagive right now. Killing people in one shot with Amp Lightning Gun. Can't find anybody though. 100 doesn't spawn for a while, so none of the power-ups are really relevant at the moment. He really needs to find someone to shoot. Desperately looking for someone to shoot. Blue team finally gets in his line of sights, but wisely running away. Oh, finally gets a shot popped on Failsauce. So 1 kill on that amp run, not particularly successful, so good job by the blue team of avoidance. You pretty much have 2 options when somebody gets the enemy team gets the amp in TDM. You can either go after them and try to snuff it out early, or you can just straight up try to avoid it. And sometimes you can even bait them into circles and, you know, run them around and basically kite them until the thing ends. The last thing you want to do is go into them in one-on-one situations and, you know, not be able to take them out, because all of a sudden that double damage is going to kill you so fast. Zealous with 138 armor, going to have full health here in a second. Well, he decided to jump over the health pad, or health pickup, so there it goes. So we're going to watch him because he's in the best position now to get a few kills in a row. As we hear a booster going off for blue, that's going to be Bob boosting up top, it sounded like. Don't think, yeah, he's going to be outside of this combat, so red triple teams blue, gets 2 quick kills. Bob is probably avoiding him. Oh, you see a link train. Amp gets picked up, however. XTBS behind them, swooped around and picked it up, so he's on 100 armor. They may try to do an amped link train, as you see Bob still boosting. Oh, Zelos boost. I think that must have been a graphical glitch. It looks like 9 has this amp. He's going to try to negate that booster by Bob. It looks like he ran away. There's a couple big shots coming in there. It's going to be 180 damage going in. As Bob is now full stack, though. Danny's going to go down. Yep, there you go. The follow-up kill by 9. Zelos with that booster. Let's follow him. You basically have Bob versus Zelos, both absolutely stacked from their boosters. But red team down by 10, running out of time, 3.5 minutes left. They're going to have to make something happen. Oh, another booster going off. This one's going to be fail sauce. So blue with 2 boosters, really playing defensively at the last few minutes. All they need to do is really prevent red from going on any kind of big run. These amps are going to spawn. Going to have, what, 2 to 3 more in this game? So really the main priority but from blue is just to try not to give up any huge offensive runs to red. So you don't want to give up amps. Ooh. Couple flag primaries to the face. Another shot to Bob. Zelo's doing a ton of damage right now. May not get a kill there. He's going to go down, but may end up the big winner in the end there just based on the amount of damage he did. Both power-ups going to spawn pretty quickly. 100 armor is going to be up. Failsaw still boosting. Runs away from it, though. Doesn't know the timing. Red team sneaks up and steals it. Kusky gets the amp, so both power-ups go to red. This is exactly what they need, but they do need to start converting this into points because they're down under 3 minutes left. Only 15 frags. Certainly doable on this map, but they're going to have to start being aggressive here. Oh, big flag primary. Double kill from Kusky. He needs to turn around and try to get a spawner, though. He's going to go up and try to find that 100 armor. It's already gone. What he's going to do is start chasing down. Wow. Nice pixel LG shot there. He's throwing flag all over the place. Doesn't want to hit a teammate. Remember, we're playing with friendly fire. And you can see all of the blue team right now is respawning. They all have only assault rifles. Very vulnerable. This is exactly the kind of situation where a team can come back here. As red can string a few kills in a row in. They may not have the health, but they have the weapons. That's a big advantage on this game. See another kill coming in. So 5 kill differential in the last 30 seconds. Red made up about 5 frags. So you see how fast you can come back on this map. Kusky now boosting. If he can get this next amp in about 30 seconds, this could be a huge run for him. And the blue team can snuff this booster out. That could be really big for them. Another LG shot. Oh, he goes down to a huge flak by Failsaw. That's exactly what I was talking about. Full flak primary, takes him down instantly. No booster for you. Amp's going to spawn in about 20 seconds, though. And if red team wants a chance of coming back, they really need to pick this one up. So we're going to put a camera on it and see who postures for position. Ooh, blue team was all over it. Just zoned red out completely. They're going to take it. Danny's still got a ton of health. Actually, is he boosting currently? Yeah, we're not getting the graphic, but Danny's actually boosting yet again. He's going to get that amp minigun. He's probably going to go on a bit of a run here, given how much health and armor he has. Red's only real option is to run away, but they're so far behind in frags now that that's not really an option. So I don't think Red's going to pull off a miracle here. This last end-of-game run is going to push blue right over the top. With a minute left, it's going to be all blue team, up by 14. I don't know whose map pick this was. It'll be interesting to see what they choose next, however. .30 seconds. Still all blue, up by about 14. This lead's pretty much being sustained. And 9 just running at him with the assault rifle. Hey, gets a last kill there. It still counts. Ooh, he balls his teammate. So Red, for the most part, able to sustain. You know, it was a pretty even match except for when Blue made those amp runs. It was a good comeback by Blue. They made the adjustment. Red held the 100 armor virtually the whole game. So rather than constantly running in there and just dying over and over trying to fight for it, they decided to more or less concede it and try to just basically zone the red team off of the amp and use that plus vials, plus they had a lot of boosters. I think Danny had 3 boosters in this match. So good use of adrenaline. Probably picked up a lot of those pills. And you see that coming into play there. I'm going to pour through the stats here just so you can get an idea of what everyone's throwing in here.